Hey guys, today we will be reacting to a school bus that apparently kept kids on the bus and it kept them from getting to their parents. Let's see this video. You can literally hear them banging on the windows and doors.
Stop! You guys are okay?
Okay, first of all, why would you keep the children on the bus? It is literally dismissal. Do they not get the point of dismissal? Literally. The point of dismissal is to go home, and that's not what they're doing. They literally drove into a group of parents just to lock them inside of the school bus.
They're all. Are you recording?
Yep. Yeah.
Got the parents so mad that they're cursing, dropping F-bombs.
You guys, calm down!
Calm down. Why isn't he opening the door?
Because he's weird, that's why. You can hear kids banging on the
Go get
windows.
the police officer.
They are
Holding our
desperate.
children. Now. They're all crying.
Why don't we communicate with the parents that are waiting for their kids? Let us know what's going on.
Real, bro, like, why are they still on the bus?
Should I open the door?
I would. I have him in my hands though. I don't know what he's gonna do.
911. They're right there. Yeah, but they're at a car.
It's okay.
If I was a parent and I was doing this, I would have probably bought an axe and then broke the door and then let all the kids free. Like, I don't care if I would damage the school bus and pay for the damages. If I was a parent of one of the kids in the school bus, I would go to my nearest store, buy an axe, break that glass door, and then let all the kids free.
Hey, honey, it's okay. No crying.
Even if I'm not a parent, I would have been probably seeing that, and I would have bought an. I would have went to the store, bought an axe, and then broke that door and let all the kids free. Even if I wasn't a parent.
Okay. Abby, open the window. Open.
Where's that police officer?
I'm calling 911 right now.
Call the cops. Yes, just call the cops. Call the cops.
Open the door now.
Call the cops. Like, they won't let them out of the school bus. Just let them out of the school bus. It's not that hard. School bus driver's insane.
They're all freaking out. He's not letting us know what's going on. And there's a bunch of parents here waiting to get our kids.
Let them off. They're all crying.
Literally.
And the bus.
The second I would have heard the first bang, even if I wasn't a parent, I would have, like, look. Even if I was not a parent of any of the children, and I heard the first bang on the window, and I heard the first parent scream, I would have grabbed a pickaxe and just freaking shattered that door and let them free.
They're crying. Our kids are crying. Open the door. Open the door.
Like, open the door. Finally. Like, you got the parent. Like, bro, they kept me there so long they have the parents crying.
He won't communicate to the parents what's going on.
They're all crying.
I'm calling the restaurant. He doesn't communicate.
And he won't let us on. He wouldn't let them off. They're all crying.
Why did they keep them on the bus?
I'll let them off.
No, just let him off right now.
Like, bro, there's a baby in the background crying. It's getting annoying. Just let them free.
Sit down and be quiet. You have to sit down and be quiet.
The baby crying is getting so annoying, bro.
Why can't you just let them off right now?
Will they ever let them know why they can't get off? Stop crying! You're not even on the bus! The baby in the background needs to stop crying. They ain't even on the bus. Turn the bus off and let them off. Why is the bus running? There ain't no way they're about to take them back to school. It is dismissal, bro. Ain't no way they're about to freaking go.
They're young. You're traumatizing them.
What are they even doing to the kids inside of the bus? I'm not trying to be dirty-minded, but what are they doing to the kids to get them crying? What are they doing? Playing a freaking scary movie or something? Why are one of the babies crying? Why is there a baby crying? It sounds close to the camera too. Like they probably aren't even on the bus. The baby in the background. They're crying, but they ain't even on the bus. What are they crying about? Finally, bro. Why is the baby in the background still crying? They're off of the bus now.
When I used to think about taxes.
Let's see some of the comments. Creepy as heck seeing the bus driver staring straight ahead, not opening the doors. I'd be scared too. Mad respect for the kid that yelled, "Screw you." You know it's bad when the mother starts crying. For real! Massive W for the kid screaming, "Let us go." If the driver's still employed, we should stop paying taxes. I'm in high school. If that happens to me, that door is getting kicked. So is the driver if they try to stop me. Regardless of how noisy and disruptive and disobedient kids are being, telling kids you're not letting them go home, letting them off the bus, it escalates the situation. Regardless of school policy, all you're doing is triggering kids. Let the kids off at school next day. Have the kids formally reprehended by the principal. This ridiculous. That school bus driver should be held accountable for his reckless behavior against the kids. The bus driver would have been in the ER already if I was a parent there. You know, one of those kids' father was here. That bus driver would have had his royal kick. Would have had himself royal kick to the next year. Who the heck were calling these women Karen? These women Karens. They are crying children on this bus. I think their reaction was reasonable, for real. Crazy school bus video number 2.
Dallas, Georgia.
Apparently, a mom slapped a school bus driver who wouldn't let the kid off.
It's 3 p.m. Samantha Lee and her neighbors are gathered like they do every school day at the neighborhood bus stop, waiting to pick up their young children.
It's a large bus stop. A lot of kids get off at this bus stop, and a lot of parents are there waiting for their kids.
But today, there's a substitute driver, a middle-aged woman who is not letting the children off the bus. Concerned, Samantha begins recording as her 9-year-old daughter Chloe and her 5-year-old son Carter are inside.
It was like, why was she not letting the kids off the bus?
What the hell is she doing? Who is she talking to?
The driver looks agitated as she shouts into the bus's radio, and it worries the parents.
I'm feeling very confused and scared, to be honest with you.
And now, a mundane day.
That substitute bus driver should never be driving a bus ever again.
Routine starts to get uncomfortable when all of a sudden,
Come on, baby.
the driver takes off.
What the? Hey!
Why did they take off?
When the bus stops at the end of the street, Samantha gets in front of it to prevent the driver from leaving again.
Absolutely not! Did somebody call the police yet?
Samantha
No, don't just call the police. Don't just call the police. Get the school bus raided by SWAT team. Call the FBI.
and the other parents feel helpless.
Like, I swear to God, I would have called the FBI by now if I was there, regardless if I'm a parent or not in that situation.
As they wait for police to arrive.
Okay. We're gonna have kids that don't have any documents on their. Okay, nice.
Who cares about? Who cares?
She said that some kids didn't have documentation to get off of the
What do they need documentations to get off of a freaking school bus for?
bus, but my daughter didn't need documentation to get off of the bus. She was 9 years old.
While the driver claims to be following protocol, the parents are frustrated because she won't release any kids, even children whose parents are there in person to meet them.
Okay, what's going on? The cops are up. Okay.
The driver eventually opens the door, and a few of the worried parents rush on to retrieve their kids.
Chloe, get off the bus.
But things quickly turn ugly when the driver allegedly pushes one of the parents, and the parent slaps her.
Dang!
Are you nuts?
Clearly
That driver deserved it.
stunned, the driver suddenly slams the door shut and puts her foot on the gas.
First of all, I would call the cops if I was in this situation. I would say they're not my kids, but a school bus pretty much just kidnapped them. And then I would call the SWAT to get the hostages off the bus. And then I'd call the FBI.
She definitely
I
put
would
the
call
kids' safety at
every
risk. There were
freaking-
so many things in that moment that was going through my head. I was very pissed off. You don't keep
I would
a
call
child
every
away
unit
from their
possible.
parents.
An older sibling of a child inside the bus chases after it and jumps through an open window.
Bro, that older sibling is probably the greatest.
Open the door. Open the door.
I went into Mama Bear mode and stopped the bus again by standing in front of it again a second time. And that time I wasn't going to move until the police got there.
Ma'am, please let our kids off the bus.
At this point, she wasn't opening the door again. So in order to get their kids off the bus, they were pulling the children off of the bus from the side windows.
Samantha's oldest child, Chloe, is among the lucky students who are able to get off the bus.
How did you get off? Where's Kennedy? We got out the window. Up over there.
It was a completely different type of relief I never knew that I needed when my children got off of the bus.
Thankfully, police arrive moments later.
I have it on video from the beginning, sir. She didn't want to let the kids off the bus.
After speaking privately with the driver, police finally release the remaining children to their much relieved parents. Police charge both the driver and the parent who slapped her with simple assault. After
The driver should have also been charged with
An
kidnapping,
investigation
attempted
into the school
kidnapping.
fires the driver for numerous violations that jeopardized student safety. While the incident is traumatic for all those involved, Samantha says there's a silver lining to the story.
This situation has definitely brought our neighborhood together. We protect each other's kids, and we all had each other's backs that day.
And despite the ordeal of the day, Samantha won't let it change her family.
You would think that I wouldn't allow my children to ride the bus again after this crazy incident, but yes, they are back on the bus with their original driver. I just think this was like a freak accident. I don't think this would ever happen again.
Better not. The parent who slapped the driver should not have been charged. The parent should have actually been... The parent who slapped the bus driver should not have been charged, bro. So stupid, man. The ending of this one was pretty disappointing, man.